We need some like music after
I
this.
know, man. I know.
And this thing
And
falling.
this keep falling right. You
I
want
get
me
it.
to
You got it. Go ahead and
all right.
introduce them.
All right. Again, everybody, we just want to say, what up, though? We are back with another episode of GNC Sports Talk. We
Don't you
gonna
do that? I about to say, don't you do it yet.
no. We gonna give it to
It
y'all
ain't in there.
straight.
It ain't in there no more.
Nah, we gonna give it to y'all straight, unfiltered. We gonna try not to do no cussing, Mama. If you watching, you know it is what it is. But hey, there's been a lot going on. I know y'all been wanting us to come back. We've been out last week. We went out last week. Majority, of me and my little mishap. I ain't gonna say a little mishap. Your boy had to go under that needle. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we good. I'm good. I'm sitting in the gaming chair. I got my crutches on the side over here. You know what I'm saying? What? Just in case everybody know my crutches. So we good, man. We good. We good.
If this is your first time tuning in, we have an injured party on here. He is on injured reserve IR. I am looking for replacements
Yep.
to put in as a starter and to see if you can earn the starter job. But while we still got him here, he ain't going nowhere. It's a joke, y'all. While we still got him here, if this is your first time tuning in, I am Gary.
This is Cary.
This is GNC Sports Talk, where we do it
for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture, you did.
#1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. And really quick, before we get into any and everything, I'm going to do it differently.
Okay.
Try to do it like this from now on.
Okay.
Want to make sure we get in the comments first. Really, really quick. Hey, my favorite cousin. I saw without the S. You might see it with the S.
I see it with the
S. I think it was a mistype. She didn't want to put the S on the end. She just meant cousin. That's cool.
Both have
she only saying that because you injured. You on injured reserve. That's the only why she's saying that. How you doing, cousin? Real quick from my mother. #1 sports podcast on that side of Texas. Well, we kind of in the middle, so
yep.
Like the Red Sea part, we in the middle. Thank you so much, mother, as always. That was pretty good. We back for another week. Who is that from?
Black Raiders.
What's up, my brother? Hi, guys. Hi, mom again.
Cary, you were out, not Gary. LOL.
She's not telling the story. She is not. It's not a. We in this thing. What up? Can't wait to get my new
Spencer.
Can't wait to get my new record player because my other one ain't doing it.
And that record scratching like, but they still sound good. By the way, my boy over here, I've been put the broke foot boy in the car. Top boy. If you know, you know. Shout out to Top Boy. Shout out to you, Black Raiden. Hey, man, look, Black Raiden. I can't wait to get back on the sticks, bro. That's all I'm saying. I can't wait to get back on the sticks.
Anyway.
I can't wait to get back on the sticks.
He mean not play with you. That's what he mean.
I need a tutorial on the dribble and shooting in the rig.
He mean not to play with you because he's not gonna play. we all know he doesn't play. Anyway, if this is your first time tuning in, you're a new subscriber, you just a casual fan, this is your first time, like we said, we want to say welcome. We love you already. And we can't wait to see you back again whenever we post. Mm-hmm. I won't even say live. We're going to say whenever we post because your boy is busy on the back half.
Thanks.
If you're a repeat offender, thank you for being locked in. Locked up with us. As always, we appreciate y'all. And last but not least, for everybody tuning in, replay, new, repeat, whatever it may be, everybody. Yes, that is like, subscribe, and share in whatever order you want to put it in. And the last thing, order of business, if you will. How you doing, Sade?
What up, though?
Hope all is well. It's been a while. I know anybody who talked to me on the regular, we ain't talked in a while. It's been a lot going on. I call y'all soon.
I'll take blame for that.
No, not even you. It's before you. I'll call y'all one day. I'm terrible right now. Anyway, we want to make sure we do this thing and this thing, one only thing right here before we get going. What are you listening to? Yes, we here at GNC Sports Talk absolutely adore, love, and appreciate music. We want to make sure we're sharing it with you guys.
Yep.
If you will, no matter whether it's rap, hip hop, country, dance, hall, like my brother said before the egg game. Meringue, you good?
Yeah, go get some water.
Man,
water.
it's crazy. No matter what it is you are listening to, we want to make sure we highlight that at the end of every episode, like we always do. Put an M in the chat next to the artist name, album, or song, and we will highlight that at the end of the episode. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Why don't we? Last one. Good evening,
What up?
G.R. Houston Jack. I was mad all day because I was food. I'll tell you why later on after the podcast.
Okay.
Before we get going on basketball, because that's mostly what this is going to be.
Yep.
NFL news. It came to my attention that I did not do an episode, so I will do a further episode on that later on this week. And as far as quarterback news, though, we got to make sure we inform the people of all the things that happened.
Yep.
And we'll start off with this. Aaron Rodgers has not been signed yet. We don't know when that domino is going to fall. The NFL draft will be coming soon. Pittsburgh Steelers were the one hot on the case. I was wrong. He did not get signed at the end of the week 2 weeks ago. Geno Smith, Las Vegas Raiders.
Right.
Boom. Sam Darnold, Seattle Seahawks. Boom.
Right.
Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, New York Jets.
Yep.
Boom. Giants.
The Giants.
I forgot Giants.
They got Russell Wilson. The Giants had Russell Wilson. The Jets had Justin Fields.
Oh, sorry. Giants had Russell Wilson. I apologize. I thought he went to the Jets for some reason. I'm sorry.
That's how sad it is. Yeah, man.
A better situation.
Yeah, we got.
Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston with the Giants.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I apologize.
That's going to be that's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting. Because you just don't know. You just don't know. With James, we know he's going to be a backup. But Russell Wilson ain't, he ain't out the woods just yet, and he's doing all that traveling. He going from Seattle to Denver to Pittsburgh to New York or New Jersey, wherever the Giants play at. And he doing a whole lot of traveling, man. You need to, I don't know what's going on, but you need to stay in one place.
Well, no,
I think a low kid could have worked out in Pittsburgh if he was still there, because you have DK and George Pickens, but them two alpha dogs for receivers, boy, I know they're gonna be handled. Not only get the ball to, but just in general, man.
Real quick, how you doing, Aunt Alexis? Hope everything is well. How you doing, sis?
What up?
Hope all is good. We thank everybody for tuning in. I forgot to say that earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
In terms of Russell Wilson, it's not his fault, actually,
yeah.
Why he keeps going places. And he keeps traveling, as you say all the time, keep getting that paper. He's not the only quarterback that's a journeyman right now.
You got babies to take care of.
Aaron Rodgers keeps traveling. Justin Fields keeps traveling. Jameis Winston keep traveling. Geno, kind of unique situation because he would still be in Seattle had Pete Carroll been there. But Geno Smith travel, it's not uncommon. It's just Russell Wilson gets a highlight for some of the antics he does in terms of Broncos. Let's ride. He didn't have one for the Steelers.
That was a good slogan.
Until it wouldn't.
Until you got benched.
But yes, those are the quarterback things that have happened. Of course, you have staples in terms of they can't go anywhere. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence,
Derek Carr. He won the ones. You said he can't go nowhere. Man can't go nowhere.
He can. We don't want to let him go.
Oh, we're going to have to let him go.
For
the future.
I don't even know if we know what that word means. I don't.
We'll find out draft day.
I don't think we know what that word means.
We'll find out draft day.
So depressing. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Those are staples. Everybody else is up for grabs. If the NBA showed us anything, nobody's safe.
Ain't nobody safe, man.
Jalen Hurts.
You are expendable. You can't get traded. Ain't nobody above the team.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That is a fact. From what you talk about until today.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, right now that's all NFL news. We really need to talk about. The draft will be coming. We will be reacting to that. I hope that somebody shakes up the draft like they did last year, the Atlanta Falcons, when they got
That's your man.
Dang it. I forgot his name. I've drawn blanks. It's been a long day.
Michael Penix.
There you go. I was thinking Penix. That wasn't his first name, so I want to get it.
Yeah.
Yes. Atlanta Falcons definitely shook up the draft last year when it got Michael Penix. I want to see who does it this year. Obviously, I think whoever gets Shedeur Sanders, if he goes in the first, we'll say 12 picks, will shake up the draft because they feel like that's a reach if they're going that early. Cam Ward's obviously going number 1. It's going to be interesting to see where Travis Hunter winds up. Also, kind of where some of the other dominoes are going to fall. The main person I'm actually interested in seeing where they wind up would be Ashton Jeanty. They're projecting him to go to the Las Vegas Raiders, which I think the Raiders might do some things, man. The AFC West is going to be tough.
Yeah, man. That AFC West, you just don't know. Like, we know Kansas City might come out of it again, number 1. That it is what it is on that, but they had some competition, and all those wins, especially this past season, all those wins that they did have, it wasn't by a lot, not like it used to be. So yeah, like you said, they're gonna shake some things up. I think Pete Carroll. We'll see how this first season goes with Pete Carroll in the Las Vegas Raiders, and then after that, we can kind of put our expectations, whether it be high, whether it be in the middle, whether it be low. We'll see, but I mean, I can't wait.
People are predicting them to finish last in the AFC West,
which they might.
And I don't think they are. I think they at least finish in 3rd.
Who they receive?
Doesn't matter. Brock Bowers. No, hey, Homeboy broke a bunch of records last year as a rookie.
Right.
Brock Bowers is legit, and they're gonna run the ball depending on if they get a running back. I don't trust Justin Herbert, so that's why I say they won't finish. They can finish 3rd. Yeah.
Okay, good. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Denver, supposedly year 2 of Bo Nix. We'll see how good it looks. Should finish 2nd. Dynamic defense, decent offense. Maybe they finish 1st or 2nd. The Chiefs are still in the division, but I think the Raiders may be better than the Chargers if Justin Herbert doesn't step up whenever he's supposed to step up. So
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'll say with that. But yeah, again, not getting into too much football. We already wasted too much time with it. Yeah. More to come when the draft comes. That's for sure. What we will get into first is March Madness, because that's going to take up the bulk of this rest of this 30 minutes that we got. We'll start with the women's March Madness that concluded with UConn finally being back on top. UConn won a record 12 national championships for Geno Smith. Geno Auriemma. I'm still thinking about football. Geno Auriemma with 12 national championships is on an incredible landscape of a 30-year career. He got this Paige Beckers after 4 years, finally claimed her championship. It sucked that Dawn Staley went down the way she did, because I was really rooting for them. Yeah. This was honestly a giant for her to go ahead and conquer in this year with this said team. With that being said, we watched a fair amount of women's college basketball this year. And a lot of talk was with Kayla Clark not being there, how it would look. Do you say it's in a good place right now?
I say it's in a real good place. Even though we didn't get to see the one matchup that we wanted, which was Juju Watkins playing against whoever she played against.
It would have been Paige.
It would have been Paige. And I believe that would have been a great game. I did have UConn winning that game, even if Juju played the game. But USC don't have nothing to hang their hats on. They played as good of a game as you can. Probably the best that anybody played UConn in the tournament, because everybody else that they played got blew out. They got blew out by South Carolina. UConn blew South Carolina out. UConn also blew out UCLA, which was a dominant number 1 seed at the time before UConn played. And Geno Auriemma is not only one of the best coaches, but as strategizing as it gets, he's one of the best. And he said it. I watched the pregame, what they had to do to win against UCLA: run, get out in transition, defend, get the ball out, and make quick shots and put pressure on them. And that's exactly what happened. If you watch that game, everything that he said they needed to do, they went out and did it. The young lady, Betts for UCLA, 6'7", good post player. she did it and she got her points, but everybody else, I don't know if they was shy or if they got nervous, if the lights was too light, if the lights was too bright, but they was missing when Betts got double teamed, they weren't hitting their shots. I don't know what to say. And Raven for South Carolina.
Yeah,
man, look here, man. I don't know, bro. Like she's talking about going in the draft and staying. Man, look, I'm gonna just give it to you point blank straight. You might want to go ahead and go in the draft because your stock didn't go up or go down; it just stayed the same. And from what I saw in the Final Four, from Raven from South Carolina, it didn't change the needle for me. She's good at bringing the ball up the court and rebounding and passing, maybe get a couple assists, but that's all. She didn't impact whatsoever. She just initiated the offense, and that was that for that. So if the WNBA, whoever, if she does get drafted, if they need somebody to defend, I'm pretty sure she's a good defender. But other than that, something's gonna have to change. So
yeah, what happened in that finals was ridiculous in terms of South Carolina looking slow. Not sure why Michaela Fuwali did not play more because that's their one playmaker, not even just shot creator, just playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
And UConn had their numbers. South Carolina looked like they were a step behind.
Yep.
Refs, didn't make certain calls, but even without all that, South Carolina just did not look like they were up for the task for UConn. And that's what UConn used to look like when they were going on that fantastic run of 4 in a row at the time. UConn looks to be superior. They look to be back. They look to have their pipeline built because they have the junior, what's her name? Fuazi
or something like that. Yeah.
They got her coming, Sarah Strong, freshman. They got quite a bit of things coming. But South Carolina just really looked like the thing that we said with them the whole time, even when they won last year, when they went undefeated. They do not have a shot maker, and they don't have very many that look like they can get their own shot off without screens and things like that. Without a dominant big woman, 6'5" and up. They have a freshman that looks to be promising, but she's not Camila Cardoza.
Yeah.
She's not my girl that's with Indiana right now with Aaliyah Boston. They don't have that dominant big woman yet on the inside. So that's what really makes South Carolina a hard team. And they don't have that. And outside of that, they don't have shot makers. They still don't have nobody that can shoot the three. They kind of have people that can shoot mid-range, but not really. They got to really retool. With that being said, UConn, South Carolina, USC are all in the top 3 for favorites to win next year. Shout out to UConn. No, Gino Auriemma is not on the greatest run because he's been there 30 years and won 12 championships when there have been other accolades at whatever level of sports that have taken place. He is on a great run. 12 of them. That's beautiful. He ain't doing better than John Wooden. He ain't doing better than what Bill Russell did in terms of what he did. I heard baseball, softball, Oklahoma, 4 in a row.
Yeah.
He's not doing better than them in softball, for crying out loud. Nobody can tell me a dominant softball team in college because nobody paid attention to it like that. So he's on an incredible run. It is not the best run of all time. But before we get to the NBA, I want to make sure I shout this out.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, I said that Alexander Ovechkin, we're not a hockey podcast, but I do love it. I'm learning more about it. I said Alexander Ovechkin would break Wayne Gretzky's record. Former affiliation that we were with, and my brethren right here told me that was crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he broke it on Sunday. All-time leading goal scorer in NHL history. I believe 895 was the number that he got. 894 was the tie that he did. Shout out to you, Alexander Ovechkin. I knew you can do it.
Yeah, big shout out to you for mentioning that because I for sure didn't think he was going to get it. I thought he would have been retired by now, but I gotta give my brother over here credit for saying that.
My boy missing teeth. He was gonna get that record.
Oh, hell high water, huh?
He's gonna get that record.
He was getting that record. But like you had said, you did call it, and I gotta. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I gotta say I'm wrong on this one. You were right. I was wrong.
I'm big, you little.
For now,
I'm talking about Matilda.
Oh yeah.
I'm big, you little. I'm right, you wrong.
Yeah. the whole nine. You know how they go. But yeah, you was right. But gotta give a big shout out to Alex, man. I didn't think it was gonna get done, and for sure, man, it got done. It got done, man.
All right, I want to make sure we do this before we talk about the men's final that broke my absolute heart yesterday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Duke for losing again.
I ain't gonna say we're praying on your downfall, but I'm praying on your downfall. Thank goodness. Hey, keep it up, Duke. Again, y'all have the number one recruiting class coming in again. I think
doesn't matter.
It still don't matter. Also, I just want to say this to all the players out there, high school players out there, top ranked and everything. Your pops went to a certain school. Your mom may have went to a certain school. That's all good. Hey, stop like acting like you want to go to a different school than what your parents went to. We just seen this movie all too much. We just seen it all too much, like the highest. Like I ain't talking about like somebody in, we just gonna say Antarctica. We just gonna say, Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, the Carlos Booth guy, his twin boys that's committed to. They had Miami, they had somebody else, and then they had Duke listed as the finalists that they was going to, choose, make decisions. Man, we knew y'all going to do. Don't go when people interview you who you think you want to pick. We know who you want to pick. Just say Duke. Cooper Flag, he had UConn, he had Providence, he had Duke. Man, we already knew you choosing Duke. Jason Tatum did the same thing. We know you choosing Duke, bro.
I mean, Cooper Flag could have went to UConn considering he from up that way.
He could have, but he won.
Well, kind of from up that way.
Yeah, true enough. But we all knew he was going to do. Like I had zero doubt that he was going to go. Now, did I want to go to UConn? Yeah, I want to go to UConn.
Actually, he made the right decision though.
Why
they lost. He was only going to do it for a year, and I don't think they had like you said, Duke had number one recruiting class. So I don't know what their recruiting class is ranked, but they didn't look really good.
And in Port North Carolina, the Tar Heels, Elliot Cadeau, he's gone to Michigan. Then I learned some other news, some unfortunate news yesterday. Ian Jackson, former 5-star recruit, that freshman that played this past season, he's transferring, which I would have thought he would have been in NBA draft, but hey, who knows?
We supposed to be talking about Duke, and then we supposed to be talking about March Madness.
Well, when it come to all of this, man, I gotta say something. It's not North Carolina, Hubert Davis. You're on the hot seat, sir. You're on the hot seat. But that's enough of that. You're on the hot seat. Hey, love what you did a few years ago. I appreciate it. Me personally, I appreciate it. But now it ain't what you done for me in the past. It's what you done for me lately, sir. You ain't been delivering. So get it right. Go in that transfer portal. Do what you got to do. We need to go on another run. Go ahead.
Just want to make sure you're done. You putting out PSAs out here. And CTAs and all that.
And the season just was over.
Putting out public service announcements and call to actions like you control something. Is you a general manager for North Carolina? Or you up there with Bill Belichick and I don't know about it?
Well, nah. But, I look, hey, call me if y'all need somebody. Hey, but we gonna get on the college basketball news here in a minute. And we gonna go to women's first. Did anybody in women's impress you that was like, hey man, she a stud? Did anybody in women's college basketball this past season kind of?
I don't have a name, I have a team.
Mm-hmm.
Texas. Everything Texas and SEC work. The men, whatever kind of under, they didn't go. But everything Texas is working in the SEC. I was wrong. I'll say it right now. I am scared for what Texas is going to do as a school in the SEC. I don't know what they look like in baseball, but I can't imagine them not getting bigger
right.
and all that. We know LSU runs it for men. Oklahoma runs it for women. SEC, Texas and Oklahoma going to SEC is a problem right now.
Yeah, they're a major problem.
So, yeah, it's only going to get better. So, Texas really impressed me.
Okay.
For women.
Okay. Of course, everybody going to say Paige Beckers. But Lauren Best, she kind of she improved a lot. Her draft stock, if she were to go in the draft, if she did decide to go in the draft, she should be a top 5 pick because one thing you can't teach, that's height. And she give a lot of people fits. And her and Camila Cardoza, and Angel Reese, them three going back and forth with each other. I think that's going to be good for the game for the WNBA, even though a lot of people not talking about Lauren Betts. But I like the way it's going. Olivia Miles, I saw today that she's transferring to TCU.
I told you where she was going to wind up.
Yeah, you
Told
said
you
it was going to
coming
be
down here.
Yes, you did. That was another prediction. I gotta say, my brethren right here, he been hot lately, man. He been on a hot streak. When it comes to the players, when it comes to the picks, when it comes to who gonna go to the championship game, he been calling it. Yeah, Alex Ovechkin, he called that last year,
a year and a half
ago. He called it last year. So yeah, man, I gotta give Gary his praise right now, man.
I watch the game differently.
Yeah, man. I just be watching and I enjoy. You just you watch it tuned in. So
yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah. Speaking of players and overachieving and underachieving, the game yesterday with men's college basketball final game was underwhelming to say the least. It was defensive, but it was ugly for the most part. Florida was ugly in the first half offensively. Houston was great defensively, and then in the second half, both looked ugly up until the last 96 seconds when Florida went on ahead and etched it away. I'll say it, and I know it's a cliche, but Houston lost that game. Florida didn't win it. And I say that just because of how it unfolded and unwinded. Houston had that game locked. They locked down Will. Is it Will?
Walter Payton. Walter Clayton.
Walter Clayton. They locked down Walter Clayton, star point guard for Florida, who did everything in this tournament, had numbers comparable to Bill Russell and Larry Bird and things like that. And they locked him down. That's what Houston defense did. The statistically number one defense in the nation was in the game yesterday, and they did a great job. Florida bigs did not really show anything, and the game just wound up getting away from Houston up until the last possession. And I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again today, and I even said it to my homeboy at work. When it came to why Houston lost that game, I told you when they called that timeout instead of inbounding and getting past half court, if they would have inbounded and got it past half court, I think they had a better chance of making it. Kevin Sampson, I wanted to make sure I didn't say Salmonson. Sampson does a great job of calling inbound plays half court. He does a great job of doing it. Had they had that chance, I think maybe they get off a better shot. Had Cryer, their star player, best scorer all around, gotten the ball and they really just screened the heck out of everybody, maybe they win that game. Shout out to Florida. But I really, truly believe Houston is the one that lost the game. Don't name the guy that sit up there and basically pump faked himself out the shot. Don't even name him. But that wasn't the reason why they lost. But golly, the last shot, you got to get it off.
Yeah,
even if you like double pump fake, whatever.
Yeah, man. It was definitely a good game. The mission was don't let anybody else. I guess the mission was for them was to say, hey, anybody else can beat us besides Walter Clayton Jr. And the richest kid, he caught fire in the first half. That's really what kept him in the game. He caught fire in the first half.
He's like 4 or 6 for 3 in the first half.
Yeah, and then he just shot. I know it was one shot from the side angle, the corner, whatever, where he got the ball. His feet weren't set. He just shot it. He made it, and I mean, if you could have stopped, you could have kind of slowed him down along with Walter Clayton Jr. in the first half, then, hey, that would have been perfect. But, he caught fire. That kept him, especially in the first half, because Houston dominated the whole game. If you ask me, they did dominate the whole game. Florida, until they, I guess, won at the free throw line, Florida only had to lead for, if I'm not mistaken, literally in that whole game, I want to say it may have been at least a max of 20 seconds that they had to lead in that whole game. Houston dominated that whole game. I know you were going back and saying that Houston lost that game more than Florida won the game. And the same thing can be said about Duke, because Duke won.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Duke had the game won. They just couldn't finish. And the same thing can be said about Houston. Y'all had the game won, because I don't believe Florida was a better team than y'all. They just got they just got stuff started at the right time. But that's from my takeaways from it. That was a great play that was drawn. Walter Clay Jr. and that's what made that last play so good on the defensive side. Because Walter Clayton Jr., when the guy was pulling up for a three, Walter Clayton Jr. literally started a little bit further back from the free throw line, and then he, hustled, ran, jumped, affected the boy's shot. Because I don't think he's going to block the shot. He just wanted just to contest it where he didn't get it off, which, like you had said, I don't know why dude just ain't just shoot the ball. But Florida, congratulations. Y'all got the dub. Y'all got another SEC. Y'all got the championship. Y'all brought another championship back to the SEC. Y'all third one since 2007. And I mean, I think I think they're gonna be all right, man. I think they really gonna be all right.
Yeah, mom say, she felt bad for the guy on the last play that didn't take the last shot. He took too long.
And he shouldn't have been the one to take the shot. It should have been
it should have been Cry.
It should have been Cry taking the last shot. So Sampson, we said this when they had beat Purdue. Sampson is great at calling plays at the timeout. He's great at doing it. This time, you just ran the play for the wrong person.
But it's the half court though too, because they call so in college basketball, and real quick from G, she said it was a good game. Though. It really was. It was a good game. We sat there really from the opening tip off till the end. It didn't really turn it outside. They didn't reviewing all them plays.
Yeah.
We did sit there. We watched it. We enjoyed it. The thing that we're talking about with Kevin Sampson, so you got a whole court. What he does, half court, so half of it, right? Out of bounds plays behind the goal, sideline, whatever he calls probably the best out of bounds plays that almost always convert into a basket, whether it's layup, mid range, or 3-pointer. Well, they called a timeout after they got the ball full court instead of taking it past half court to get that timeout so they could then take it out half court and run a half court play. I believe that's really what cost the game, and maybe they were panicking for that. But
it was a good play. Don't get me wrong.
It was a good play, but if they would have done a half court with, we'll say, 15 seconds left, half court play, you get it in, I feel like you don't feel as rushed. It felt like they were very rushed. It was very congested. That was my word I used for it. It was congested at the end. And so that's what I think happened. You felt rushed. You didn't have any other timeouts. So it's 19 seconds getting up the court. Once you get it past that, you got it up there, maybe 14, 15 seconds. Now it's get into the set, try to run it, tick, 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 tick. Then next thing you know, it's at the end of the game. But
I agree, man. It was, I mean, it was good. It was as good as you can get. It was a lot of drama going on, but it lived up to the billing. Unfortunately for the Houston. They unfortunately fell short this time, and hopefully, if everybody, a few of the players can return, along with the Sinak kid that's from Louisiana, from New Orleans, I think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be all right. But Kevin Sampson is as great as a coach as you can get. Unfortunately, he just fell short this time.
That'd be what it is. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We ain't got no time for it. NBA real quick. One thing we got to talk about happened. Mike Malone and the GM. I don't know his name. I don't know if you know his name.
Calvin Booth.
Calvin Booth?
Booth.
Okay. I thought it was something else, but no, I'm talking about the last thing. I ain't looking at that. GM Calvin Booth, head coach Mike Malone got fired. I don't know what happened. These are the GM and head coach for the Denver Nuggets, arguably one of the best teams in the league, with arguably the best player in the world, who probably won't win MVP, but many will make the argument for him to win MVP. Having said all that, whenever you see a firing coming out of nowhere, right now they currently sit 4th or 5th in the playoff race to get a home court game. 3 games remaining because the NBA season ends this Sunday. A head coach getting fired like this, 2 things happen. A player was disgruntled. Jokic, Jamal Murray, one of the stars. Maybe
a role player.
Well, I was gonna say maybe even Michael Porter Jr. So maybe one of those 3 players were disgruntled. They didn't like the direction of the team, and Mike Malone and GM are gone. Or one, if not both of them, did something that's not out there right now. I was gonna say unspeakable, but I won't put that in the atmosphere till we find out. But something happened is real messy. More to come as the news drops. But an absolute bombshell that took place of this head coach and this general manager who have built. Nobody considered Denver nothing outside of when Carmelo was there, when they were comparable to making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Allen Iverson coming there. Denver hadn't really been nothing in their story franchise history outside of maybe 5-6 years combined overall.
Yeah.
They have been more relevant now since getting Jokic and him coming into his own, and Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. and said role players that the GM was so graciously good to acquire. They have been a formidable team for a good 6-7 years. And to see this come to an end so abruptly, something's going on.
And we're gonna find out. You know us, the media. We're gonna find out. But this was a surprise when it pulled up on Bleacher Report, and I saw ESPN. They put it out there, and I just want to know why. Because a coach that just came off a championship two years ago, and been in the playoffs ever since, been the top seed ever since. Then he got knocked out in the semifinals last year. Me personally, it don't make no sense. I don't know what happened, but whatever it is, it could have been vouched. But not only did he get fired, the GM got fired. I don't know what was going on with that, but where do you go in a situation like this? Where other coach? Because I believe he was a good coach. Me personally, I think he utilized everybody to the max.
Sam Cassell step up to the podium. Can he finally get a shot?
Hey man, location. Do you like Boston? Do you like Denver? Either way,
well, he's not gonna be a head coach up there.
He ain't gonna be a head coach there. So
Sam Cassell come to the stage. Arguably one of the best point guards of his time, mind-wise, player-wise, play-wise.
Mm-hmm.
He's been up or considered or interviewed for head coaching positions. Sam Cassell deserves a head coaching position. I say whoever the GM is, take a shot. You will not get no worse because you already got the nucleus there being Jokic who can make any and everybody better. Sam Cassell, come to the podium. Brother, I want you to get a shot. I couldn't think of a better situation for you to be in.
Hey, look, some good candidate, man. Darvin Ham. Who knows, man? Darvin Ham. Hey, look, if it don't work out there in Milwaukee, because Doc on his last leg, they don't get it done right now. Then Doc.
I don't understand how Doc keep getting hired and Mark Jackson got hired.
Hey, man, look, who else got fired their first year? Man, there was somebody else that got fired. We gonna look.
Griffin. You talking about with the Milwaukee?
No, maybe college basketball.
No. Cleveland head coach David Griffin or somebody like that got fired after.
Somebody just got fired their first year with the team. Oh, my bad. Memphis head coach. He got fired.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. Everybody get fired, bro. Hey, bro, if you ain't winning that chip,
look for Taylor, Memphis former head coach.
He might,
to probably be hired by Phoenix.
By Phoenix, okay.
It's opening.
Well, Kevin Durant, he might be dipping out when the season over with. They have the Knicks, San Antonio.
Last trade of his career.
Yeah, fam.
After this is it.
Fam. First and foremost, one day before he went to Brooklyn, he said he wasn't gonna never play for Denver. Not for Denver, but for New York Knicks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man. Hey, see, things starting to be coming back full circle, bro. Things are starting to come back full circle. Everything that you said you want to play for the Knicks. Knicks look like they have a good squad. Or they can compete with anybody right now. Now when they do compete against the good teams, they do lose. But hey, you might be that stepping stone to get them where they need to go. But that could have been prior to you going to Brooklyn. But you decided you was too good for the Knicks. So hey, it is what it is. Shaquille O'Neal's son said the same thing about LSU when he came out of high school. I would never go to LSU. They ain't even on top 5, top 10, whatever. And after he got through,
That's crazy. That was when Will Wade was there.
Exactly. When UCLA, I think he committed to USC or UCLA first. He committed to one of them programs. It didn't work out. Where did he go after that? LSU. So hey, watch your mouth. Watch the words that come out your mouth, man. Don't say you ain't gonna do something when you don't know the future.
I ain't watching the word come out of my mouth. We're gonna be the number one podcast one day.
And I believe it.
Sports.
Believe it.
Sports.
Like Naruto.
Wow.
Naruto.
Next to the last time, we want to make sure we shout out our love for music here. We love, appreciate, and want to share that with you. Yes, this is an infomercial. This is a never mind. Anyway, we love music here. And we want to make sure we share that love with you. If you can in the chat, we have seen y'all so far. We can't wait to get into that. Half the part of this game is me not knowing how to pronounce nothing. So that's going to be fun as it always is. Anyway, because we love music, whether it's rap, hip hop, country, dance, reggae, malanga. I ain't rolling my words right there, man. Folk,
That's what
jazz,
call it.
Whatever it may be, soul, I don't know, gospel, whatever you want to put up in there. If you can, in the chat, put an M next to the album, artist, song, and we will make sure we highlight that at the end of the episode. Thank y'all so much for submitting that in there so far. And also, thank y'all so much for rocking with us.
Yes,
We was gone for last week because somebody wanted to sit up there and you put it down. And they wanted to sit up there and do whatever they felt like doing instead of consulting. You sound like a job right now, just making changes without letting nobody know. Anyway, you want to go ahead and get into the segment.
All right, yes, sir. So the first segment that we do have is called Flag on the Play. And Flag on the Play is pretty much when we see anything egregious from any male sports figures, female sports figures, players, coaches. If we see anything egregious or we see anything egregious or hear anything egregious from any of these players, it's our job as sports enthusiasts to call these people out. And with no further ado, my flag on the play goes to.
I wasn't ready.
Oh, no, you good.
I wasn't ready. Okay. All right, here we go.
My flag on the play goes to, yes, sir. He mentioned it earlier. I mentioned it earlier. Duke losing to the University of Houston in the Final Four. What an absolute choke job by them. Y'all couldn't get the ball in. That's in Duke fashion. Hey, I congratulate y'all for keeping the faith alive. I hope Duke continues this streak of losing, having losers on their team. John Shire, you're doing an absolute phenomenal job. Again, we already know what happened with Coach K at the end, so that was good on our end. But I just want to say thank you to Duke for losing again. If anybody had they brackets busted for Duke winning the whole national championship, shout out to y'all because y'all losers too. But shout out to Duke for losing in the Final Four in great fashion. And that's my flag on the play.
My flag on the play is going to be real short, sweet, and simple. My flag on the play go to you. They go to you because we didn't do the podcast last week because you decided to do some other stuff. So my flag on the play go to you, and you know why. And if anybody know who attends or watches this cast, you know why the flag on the play going to you. You throw the flag. Throw it for yourself. Flag on the play go to you, you joker. Told you it was going to be short. Anyway. You fine. I'm just saying. You getting flag on the play.
Hey, we healing right here. We healing.
Yeah, I ain't over my trauma.
Pick up your feelings.
I ain't over my trauma then. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So we have another segment called When Life Comes at You Fast. And pretty much when life comes at you fast is when you get on that plane or you get on that helicopter and you have your parachute on. And you're on cloud 9, cloud 10, cloud 13, cloud 15, and you get on there and you jump off that plane or helicopter, and that parachute don't work. This what happens. Break down. Break down. All right. So when life comes at you fast, this goes to the University of Houston, man. Y'all had that game right in y'all hands. Y'all had it right in y'all hands. Y'all had that trophy right in y'all hands. And just like with a fish to a worm, man, when you going up for that worm and another fish come take it from you, they got that championship, man. They got that championship. Y'all blew the lead. Y'all had that game won. I am convinced that Florida was not a better team than y'all. It was some tic-tac fouls that kind of, that changed the what happened, what was going on, that changed the outcome of the game just a little bit, not a lot. But for the most part, y'all had that game won, and y'all just didn't finish. That's all that was. Y'all just didn't finish. So Houston, unfortunately, Kelvin Sampson, especially on that last play, you got to don't give it to the guy, give it to Cryer. Cryer been y'all number one guy. Give it to him, and y'all win that game, in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. Got to give Florida they respect, man. They got it done.
I got to win like Kansas fast. My win life comes at you fast moment is to my bracket. My bracket got busted. I was this close to winning at my job, man. Houston messed my bracket up. It was me and one other person that picked Houston. I went from first to fourth.
Ooh,
because it's only because people picked Florida. It wasn't because they had a better bracket than me.
They picked Florida to win?
Yeah, it's like they bracket had got busted already, but they picked Florida, so they won. I wound up jumping down to fourth. But yeah, my when life comes at you fast moment is to my bracket because I've never been closer. I almost won. I've never been closer.
Hey man, things happen, man. It happens. I mean, look, like I said, you was right when your prediction. You said Houston was going to make it and win.
They win,
but they just didn't. They didn't win, man. They didn't win. Look, I think we both had South Carolina. South Carolina.
We definitely had South Carolina.
Hey man, look, South Carolina. One thing y'all need, y'all gonna need another girl. Like y'all gonna need another 6'7" girl. And then y'all gonna need
go get shooters.
Yeah, no. They need a shot creator that can create not only for herself, but for everybody else. Cause man, like I said, Raven again. It is what it is. Hey, we bringing all the recognition to women. Raven, whatever you need to do in the summertime,
she already did that.
Hey.
That's the thing.
Well, I hope you get your degree.
When Caitlin Clark shooed her off, right? Everybody made a big deal about it. And somebody said it before we did, but that happens in the men's game all the time. If you ever played pickup basketball before, people do that all the time. If you didn't miss 2 or 3 in a row, man, bro, I ain't coming out there to guard you. 21, that's the game we think about. If you miss them, I ain't going out there to guard you. It's only if you come in this paint. So they made a big deal about that. She went back, came back, practiced. And then in the following year, in the national championship, she sunk a couple threes, but she was wide open.
Yeah.
I told you then, though. I said she ain't really improved her shot because she wasn't really making it.
Yeah. The form looks good.
The form looks good. The form don't mean nothing if you ain't making it.
But exactly. But that's set shots. Those are set shots that if you open, you got to make those. That's one. Two, we ain't even continue on you even having a pull up. We ain't continue on trying to get another shot, get your own shot, going to the rim. Like, we ain't even continue on none of that. But all I'm saying is, from what I saw watching her play, she was glorified just bringing the ball up the court, and then you just maybe, again, initiating offense and doing passing the two up you need to pass to. But other than that, man, look here. I ain't gonna say she was the reason they lost because everybody, because everybody sucked that game. It was just that. Let me not say they sucked. It was just UConn was up here and everybody else was like down here.
Nah,
besides USC.
You're not wrong to say they sucked because they played everybody about the same way and won. So they sucked that game.
This game they
sucked that game. They lost to UConn earlier in the year because they sucked that game.
They sucked that game.
And then broke their 71 game winning streak. They're not a sorry team. They did suck that game though. I would have been at the Liberty Mountain. As soon as I heard, baby, who you want to come play
with? Look,
you want to come play for Don Staley or you want to go play for one of these other ones? If it ain't UConn or South Carolina,
Hey man, look.
I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. That's what if I'm done, or one of the people that recruit, Olivia Miles got to come through South Carolina.
Nah, Dogger, he'll Dogger.
I think she's going to league, ain't?
Nah, not yet. Nah, she ain't.
She gonna say Notre Dame.
Yeah, she's saying Notre Dame.
Yeah, she ain't going to. But
it
ain't gonna look the same.
It ain't gonna
Olivia
look.
Miles.
Yeah. That 1-2 combo was great.
Well, but Olivia Miles is a playmaker sometimes more than a
score.
You know what I'm saying? But she didn't always get the high score, but she would get assists, make room for others, and all that. So Olivia Miles of TCU building something.
Hey,
Texas on their way up, like the state in itself. But
yeah, man.
I was talking about Texas University.
I would have went to UCLA, but hey, or USC. You get to play with Juju. Well, and you know
Juju, we don't know how long Juju gonna be.
Oh, but then again, on top of that, you know, if she go to UCLA, then one of them players that's not going in the draft, then they gonna have to.
She made the right decision. She made the right decision. Last but not least, let me go and get to it so we can get to these music picks. My money shot, ladies and gentlemen, my money shot is something that I want you to remember, something that you cannot forget when you hear it. Shall you hear it? When you hear it? Come back and listen to the whole episode again because we missed a week and we need to get these replays up. So, without further ado, I believe I've done this money shot a couple of times, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now. My money shot goes to baby. WrestleMania is on. We on the road to WrestleMania. It's coming, baby. Papa H wrestling. It never left. It's on its way back. I can't wait. Great storytelling going on. Anybody that know me knows I'm a fan of storytelling, perspective, whatever it may be. Papa H always delivers. Shout out to wrestling, WWE, for being what they gotta be, for doing what they gotta do. Papa H, storytelling at its finest. I love it. We in for a crazy WrestleMania. It's in Vegas. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but it's gonna spill out to the world. Yes, world, because they just got out their European tour. They're back in the States. I cannot wait. WrestleMania is upon us. What's up, Black Raiden? What's up, Black Raiden? I know we love John Cena as a heel, right? Anyway, yes, this is my money shot. All right, I'm done.
This how pretty girls walk. All right.
Yes. It's a great time.
Shaking my head. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Hey, shout out to y'all wrestling fans. Y'all some dedicated people.
I haven't watched WWF in years. I was a loyal fan. Hey,
back in the day, I agree, G. I was too.
Hold on. G, and you know, because I done had you looking at it a little bit. There's no better time than right now to get back into it. Vince McMahon is not over this. It's not no prototypical heavyweights out here. They are really telling great stories. You got a couple old folks that's still in it. You got these new ones. I'm not gonna lie. You would probably love the women's feud. Remember the one when she beat her? You would probably love the women's feud. I'm telling you, there's no better time to sit up here and dive back into it. Triple H is doing an amazing job. I'm sorry, Paul Levesque is doing a great job right now. Black Ray can attest to it. Yeah, he can attest to it. Heel Cena is the best. He really is.
That's all I've been saying all week long.
I'm gonna get. We're gonna watch it soon.
No, I'll be saying like NBA players and coaches like, is he a heel? I'll be watching sometime with you. I'm like, oh, is she a heel or is he a heel?
Well, you got in betweeners that's not necessary.
Yeah,
but yeah, hey, it's a great time. Triple H we've been waiting for him to get into it, and when the Vince McMahon scandal thing happened, hey, it became whoo, yeah. I had WWE. Hey, listen, honestly, that merch that you got, WWE fans don't do you like no other. We embrace all. We embrace all. Woo! Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Black Raiden, for their support right there. We got to talk. We was talking about right before you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we talked right before you. One more time in the chat, if you will, just because we love music here. If you will, put an M next to the song, artist, album. We will absolutely shout that out because we here at GNC Sports Talk love, adore, and admire music, and we want to share that with you. This is my PSA.
Yes, sir.
My CTA. Anyway, let's go ahead and
get to it, man.
Let's get into it. Thank y'all so much for submitting so far. And without further ado, let's go.
All right, let's get it, man. The first one from G. Money Don't Matter Tonight, Prince. Okay.
It's a purple thing. I saw it in the comments earlier. It's a purple thing all month.
Okay. No,
You good.
Just As Long As We're Together by Prince.
We got Controversy by
Prince.
This is from Spencer. Everything that G said.
Yeah.
I saw that earlier too. Here we go. Life in My Town by Jay Spencer. That might have came across my time. I mean, not my timeline, my Spotify stuff already too. I might have to check that to let you know that, Sean. Prince, Super Cute. If you see her dancing on her birthday.
Super cute. In quotes.
I know what you did there. I see what you did there.
Right.
One Day by UGK. Oh, is you going through it? Is you going through it? That's how you feel?
All right.
Worth It by Milo Walters. Oh, I think I know that one. I think. Don't quote me on it. Don't ask me to sing it right now either.
Mm-hmm. Prince and Angie Stone, You Make My Sunshine. May they both rest with the God you didn't know about it. You better find out.
Hall & Oates. Do what you want, but what you are. The real story behind the song is
what gave us I Can't Go For That. I can't go for that. No.
Okay.
By the way, he been bumping Hall & Oates all week long.
No, I got new records.
If you know, you know.
I got new records. In the Moment by
Mike Hall.
Okay, because I was gonna get that wrong.
Or McCall, maybe.
Maybe. You got it.
All right, Invisible Man's Band, All Night Thing. My mama heard this in my car a few weeks ago, and she started moving. I looked at her like, let's just say I might be lucky I don't have a little brother. Respect, man.
I love it. Thank y'all so much for y'all picks. As I get this going, we appreciate it every week. That's one of our favorite parts.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it's one of y'all too. We truly do love music and everything about it. We love this sports thing too, but that is one of our passions that we like to just get out there and tell our thing. So, from you, your two picks, good sir.
All right, so we got one from Joe Maynard featuring December. This one is called Girlfriends, give a West Coast spring vibes. You know, y'all go check that out in the springtime, which is now summertime vibes about to come up. Y'all go check that one out. And the other one, Fendi P, Sex in the City too. I like the production on that one. Fendi P over there spitting, and hey, it's something to ride. It's something to ride to late night stuff. So hey, go check both of them. Go check both of those records out. Y'all like it.
This was after listening to a lot of Leon Thomas, arguably one of my favorite R&B artists right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely been bumping him. He knows I have. But these were a couple artists I had found. Wesley Franklin, and I had to pronounce this to myself a couple of times a day. I felt stupid when I found out what it was.
Yeah.
No, it's Venetian Windows.
Okay.
But I definitely looked at y'all don't understand. It's really a struggle. I went the strongest reading when I was coming up. But yes, Wesley Franklin, Venetian Windows, and Xavier Omar, Feelings for You. This came out 2024. Really good album. Really good record. But Xavier Omar is one of the more underrated R&B artists if folks don't know about him. We got a few R&B artists we listen to that underrated, but Xavier Omar, he make you feel something when he's singing.
Him and Shay Acru, bro.
Shay
don't miss. Shay does not miss, man. We gotta check out to see when that Nia Sultana's record.
When that bit dropped. Yeah.
If y'all don't know, y'all go check out Nia Sultana.
Love her.
Yeah, man. She on the come up.
One more time. Wesley Franklin, Venetian Windows, Xavier Omar, Feelings for You. And we're gonna get y'all out of here like only we can, right?
Yeah, man.
We want to thank y'all most importantly for tuning in to us. As always, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We will be back live next Wednesday. You will begin the annoying campaign that will be coming to a computer or phone near you this week. We will have more content dropping this week. You can expect a weekly huddle every 3 days, something like that coming up soon. That's where you'll be able to see a little spliced up segments that we got. You'll see from a fan's perspective coming soon. Also, FOP, flag on the play, fan perspective. You see it. And then also the countdown will be starting back. Got a lot we got going on. We've been busy out here. This repurposing game is crazy.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But anyway, we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. We love y'all. We can't wait to see y'all again. Thank y'all for tuning in, supporting us. We are at 64 followers last time I checked. So thank everybody for getting locked in.
Every sub counts, baby.
You want to be a repeat offender. That's all I'm saying. It's something coming down the pipeline for repeat offenders.
Subs don't lie like it.
Wow. Subs on. That's a good one. That's a good one. Can't think of though. Anyway, we want to thank y'all once again for tuning in. Go ahead and take us out of there.
All right, man. This is GNC Sports Talk, where we do it for the coaches.
About the coach.
Because we are the coach. You did.
One more time, you are.
Get Cary. Oh, Lord.
I am Gary. This is GNC Sports Talk, #1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. Thank y'all. Love y'all. We appreciate y'all.